Hey, welcome back to Vikings Game Plan from the TCO Studios. Pete Bercich, analyst, Vikings Radio Network. Let's watch some Detroit Lions film, beginning with, by far, their #1 game changer offensively. He's wide receiver Kenny Golladay.
For Detroit, what has gone well offensively is Kenny Golladay. He's absolutely been a bright spot, let's say, in an otherwise questionable season that they've been struggling with. But what Kenny Golladay has done well, they move him in different spots. Most of the time he's going to be in the slot, but they're giving him opportunities to make plays down the field. And you can see Stafford, you got to remember Stafford's a veteran. He's been around for quite some time. So he knows as this corners are falling off, he's getting 3 deep, he's going to get a one-on-one. So you can see that hand come up.
Yep.
And he's basically waving, saying, all right, here's the go route. So Kenny Golladay takes a peek at it. And this is him setting his feet. And you'll notice on this film that Stafford is getting hit quite a bit. Whenever he's releasing the ball on it, those hits are starting to add up on him.
Yeah.
But he gets hit, releases the ball, and really throws it a little bit short. But Galladay's able to come back and get the one-on-one, get those 50-50 balls. So that confidence is there with Stafford.
Back to the beginning, Tre'Davious White, a very good corner. He's going to allow Golladay to go outside, not inside. Is that the right thing to do?
Yeah, it is. What happens is he's already more than 5 yards deep, so he cannot collision the wide receiver.
Okay.
So he works his way in. Golladay does a really nice job, though, of bending this route in and then working his way out, squeezing him, and that way, because what the corner is going to do is body position himself and try to push the receiver to the sideline to make that throw super narrow. But Golladay bends itself in, it gets it outside, and now he's got that room. He has enough room right there between he and the sideline to make that play. So it was a nice route by Golladay to pull Tre'Davious White away from the boundary. It's a kind of a cat and mouse game.
Division champions,
Chicago Bears. Now, this lays adage to if you're going to blitz, you better get there. And the Lions, even though they're in a bunch formation, they block it all up. So the Bears are sending 5, which means they have 3 guys on underneath coverage and then 3 guys deep, which that's what happens on the back end of a zone blitz. It's 3 under, 3 deep, hoping the blitz gets there. But what they do that's kind of creative is Galladay's sitting right here. And instead of him running deep over, which allows maybe this corner to jump this or lets the safety jump it and let him roll the post, they run him at linebacker depth and then bend it up the field.
Nice.
So it takes the corner, the free corner and the free safety, that takes their eyes off of that. Because look at this distance now. This corner can't get over there. And now you have one-on-one, a linebacker and a receiver, which is what you want to see. This is the kind of stuff that we saw with our defense earlier in the season. And you have one-on-one with a linebacker. I mean, that's just an easy throw and catch.
And they came with a corner blitz with Bryce Callahan. That's Christian Jones, maybe their slowest linebacker, on Kenny Golladay.
Exactly right. So you're setting it up by formation, getting the matchup that you want, and then again, Stafford is still good enough to get that ball down the field. You can't fall asleep on that guy. So the other place you'll see Kenny Golladay in the slot. All right, one-on-one slot kind of coverage. As soon as he gets separation, just like that, he's wide open. Now, the Bills are blitzing. They're playing man-to-man and they're hugging up their coverage. So you're seeing, again, Stafford is he's throwing his ball right on time, but he is getting drilled. And this is a pretty darn good throw considering he's got a couple defensive linemen and a linebacker breathing right down on him. So a lot of times defensive coaches will say, all right, I'll trade that hit for a first down in this situation because piling hits on a quarterback will pay later in the game, and I think we'll see that here in a second. So Golladay again in the slot, similar situation. The play fake, we've seen this all year. It's kind of the trend of in the NFL, is you run that play fake to pull the underneath coverage, and what you're trying to do is open up this area right here, which is exactly what they end up getting. The nickel pushes him out, tries to widen him best he can. Then he's dropping to provide some underneath help on the slot. Free safety's working over the top on the deep route. This linebacker right here, though, needs to turn and run and get himself underneath. So for Barr and for Kendricks, they're going to have some work to do in getting back and getting underneath any of these underneath or deep crossing routes.
No doubt.
So play actions, looking for Golladay. That's what they've been doing.
Yeah, he's by far their best offensive threat.
Right. He is the one guy that you have to count for. So you're getting a 4-man route. But this is what happens when I talked about trading a first down for a headache. Stafford gets flustered. He scrambles, tries to set his feet, and then
he's going to get stuck.
Trying to make another 50-50 throw. But this is a great job right here by that, I think it's the corner of the safety up on top, to turn around, see that ball thrown, get underneath it, and then and intercept it. So the Bills get the ball back, and we're going to see a better view here from the end zone. So what the Lions end up doing, because of these different fronts, they turn their offensive line. So their elephant blocking here to the left. You have the running back blocking the defensive end, which is never a good sign for the quarterback, and he knows it. He sees it out of the corner of his eye right here, extends the play with his legs, tries to set back up. But you see that pocket collapsing on him, those red jerseys.
But Riddick did a pretty good job on Lorenzo Alexander.
He did. He took him whichever way that Alexander wanted to go. He wanted to come underneath. He delivered a nice blow. He gets underneath, extends the play. Not a bad job. But it ends up.
Look at Matthew.
Exactly. Still being an interception. That's, again, what I'm saying is that those hits add up. And later on in the game, the quarterbacks can make some poor decisions.
The old wham play.
So, defensively, they have A'Shawn Robinson, right? And the other defensive linemen. This is kind of their strength.
Beloved snacks.
Beloved snacks.
Right.
This is their strength inside. So the Rams, this is a very creative way of taking care of this double 3 technique kind of look.
Yeah, this is a ram wham.
Where they're all just trying to get angles. You don't really know which way to go. Whenever that guard blocks down, you're getting ready for the trap, but actually it's the tight end that's trying to block you down. Allows the center, John Sullivan, to sneak out on the linebacker.
Here comes the tight end Higbee.
Exactly, and then now you have a lane, and if you have a guy that's talented as Gurley or someone like Dalvin Cook, you get him to the second level, he makes one move and he can break one or get a big play. So the Rams found a nice way of just kind of isolating the front. Now you come back, and this is the same play, but just a little different because the Lions now have a nose and a 3 technique, so they don't have to pull the guard. They just fold him out, bring Haverstein down on the linebacker, take the tight end does it again. He blocks down. All he's doing is position blocking. So he doesn't have to sit there and wall the guy out and sustain that block for 4 or 5 seconds. Now Gurley's one-on-one at the corner, gets outside of Darius Slay, and is able to get a little more at the end. So offensively, Golladay is the guy that you got to look out for.
No doubt.
And then defensively, they have some nice big size. You have Darius Slay, at corner. They're a much better defensive team right now, I think, than they are offensive team. So maybe a low-scoring game, but we'll see.